What's going on, everybody? This is episode 11 of the Caption the World podcast with myself, David Carmichael II, my boy Sco.
Yo, what's good?
That's right, man. We in the new crib, man. You
Yeah,
know, what's up?
new space. Just moved in last week. A lot of rooms, a lot of space, a lot of.
Right.
It's a lot going
There's a
on
lot
right
going
now.
on. There's yeah.
It's a little time, but it's a blessing. Blessings coming back to back to back to back to back. I don't know, but yeah, I'm just excited about everything. Like I just had a general overall good week and good weekend, and I'm just trying to see what's next. Like what's next for the year, what's next to come.
Right, that's what's up, man. This is our first recorded episode.
Yes, sir.
So y'all get to see the faces behind the podcast. And so yeah, man. This is a nice crib, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
And if y'all didn't know at first, our last episodes, or all of our episodes were recorded in my home. And if y'all don't know, me and Damien were roommates at one point. And he, moved out and got his own spot, man. So
We weren't roommates, we were family. Don't let him lie to you.
yeah, okay,
We
yeah,
were
family, yeah,
man.
he know what it is. So he got his spot, man. And just appreciate you having me come out, and my first time actually seeing the place too. So
Hey man, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had this right now. So I appreciate you, brother.
no doubt, brother. So yeah, bro, it's Columbus Day, aka Indigenous Peoples Day.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day to everybody out there. Yes, sir.
I had to work today. I didn't get off today.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah. That's sad. Yeah, the army base we took off today.
Or yeah, man. So I've been hearing about the Indigenous Peoples Day as far as people trying to change the name, and I've actually seen it. I think on my iPhone calendar it does say Indigenous Peoples Day. It still has Columbus Day up there, but it has Indigenous Peoples Day up there too.
Yeah, man, it's a slow change, but we're trying to make progress to have it removed. I mean, it's been years on years of everybody knowing that it's a lie, but we still just go along with it. But we're making strides in different areas, and one day it's just going to be straight Indigenous People Day. The only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. Like,
That's a fact.
so yeah.
It's just crazy. I just wonder why, like, something like that has been taught in school for years. Like, and I wonder how did they come up with what's being taught. Like,
I mean, I always wonder, but at the end of the day, you already know what it is. Like, whoever rules the land makes the rules. So,
right,
being that it's a certain type of people, they run the land, the laws, the everything basically. So if they want to write history the way they want to write it, it's going to be written that way, even though we know a different truth.
right. So
Not a lot.
yeah, man. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and that's another thing that we're trying to get, justice for. The Native Americans. They've gotten a lot of things, I guess, over the years as far as getting, I guess,
They got like land
reservations
and reservations and stuff like that, the casinos and all of that.
yeah,
For the railroads being, what happened to them basically? They were, the land was taken from them, and they just kept pushing them more out westward
right.
to the unfertile land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it just said that overall history that all that has happened to them and black people and just people of color over the years. But, we just trying to get justice however we can, no matter if you black, brown, whatever, so. But, like I said, happy Indigenous Peoples Day, the original people of this country, man. So, yeah, man, it's Monday. Just got back from Howard homecoming. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. A lot of people, beautiful black people. I didn't see all the crazy stuff that was happening around there. Like,
What you hear about?
I mean, I saw that somebody had got shot, or some people got shot
earlier
that morning.
Mm-hmm.
While we were on the way there, and when we got there, it looked like a fight had just broken out. Like if you saw the area, it just looked like a fight had went down or something like that. But other than that, it was a cool time for wherever we were at. So
right.
Yes, sir. The only hurtful thing that hurt my soul and I could never forgive myself for is I missed Kanye's Sunday service.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I missed Kanye's Sunday service. Like I was literally like 15 minutes away and I miss Kanye. Like, oh, it hurt my soul, man.
That's
And
one thing I didn't expect to happen.
me neither.
But I guess that's how he likes it. He
Yeah,
doesn't want you to
exactly.
expect anything.
But other than that, it was a smooth weekend. I was out with the fella. Everything was chill. The Duce Palooza was
It's pretty
it
lit.
was dope.
Yeah, it was pretty lit. And shout out to Chris Styles. He's one of the hosts of that party. Yeah, so if y'all follow Chris Styles on Instagram, man, I forgot how to spell it, but I'll show you. I'll tell y'all later. But yeah, I ended up giving him some merch from the Capture the World brand. I had sent him a DM, and he reached back out, was like, "Just bring it to the party." Brought it to him, man. So hopefully, he'll wear it, show it out, and we seen the baby perform at the Yard Fest. So that was on Friday.
Yeah, we saw the baby. Saw him come out of his car or whatever. It was cool and all, but yeah,
Yeah,
the baby. It was cool.
it was cool.
It was lit
He's
for
a
what it
decent
was.
performer.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to make it more of a show, so he was trying to do a lot as far as he was trying to go into the crowd, and we can barely see him if he was like on the main part, like watching him. We couldn't see him because he was like going down towards the crowd, trying to like interact with them, but the majority of the people couldn't see him. And then I think somebody was telling him like, let's get back on stage and perform. But he's a newer artist, and he just trying to be one of those great performers as well. But overall, man, like I said, the baby did his thing. Kanye came out.
Did his thing.
We did the tailgate, and so yeah, man. And he actually had a listening party we was trying to get tickets to, but that was sold out ASAP.
ASAP Rocky had the listening party. Not only did he have a listening party, but he did another short film for the album Jesus is King. He had did a short film before for his album by Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. One of my favorite video visuals, maybe because I'm a Kanye fan, but still at the same time, it was good. So I can only imagine how this junk look. But I guess I gotta wait like everybody else. So
Yeah, so like the album done. Like what's going on?
hey,
He having a listening party. That means it's finished, right?
is he having people listening to it and getting their reactions and he tweaking it. So
Right.
whenever it drops, it drops. I'm not listening to no anticipated release dates or release dates that he says. I know that when it drop, it's gonna drop and it's gonna be here and I'm gonna enjoy it.
Facts, man. So yeah, that's just touch on the Kanye subject, man. About him coming to Howard, which is a HBCU. A lot of people, are saying they have Kanye canceled, and they're saying, how can you support Trump and then come to Howard on their homecoming? And I guess I don't really know what they were trying to say. I guess they were saying he can't come to a black university because he supports a president that's considered racist. He's a Republican, and even some people went so far to say he's using the gospel and religion to sway the black community to get on his side or whatever. But I'm gonna let you talk on it first.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I believe. Well, I know for a fact that Kanye doesn't support Trump as a president. He supports Trump as an individual. He supports Trump as in you got this guy and you tell him, hey, you're not going to be this. You're not going to be this president.
Right.
You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. And he does it anyway. It's his perseverance in which Kanye is influenced by. It's not his presidential standing and how he treats the country.
Right.
He's just supporting him on the simple fact that it's this guy that said we won't gonna be here. He won't gonna do this. And he did it anyway.
Right.
And that's been Kanye's background since the beginning. Like people was telling him, hey, you're not good enough to be a producer, or you're not good enough to be a rapper. You need to just stick to producing.
Mm-hmm.
But Kanye stuck to it and did it anyway. So it's all
even
about
with the fashion too.
Even with the fashion. So it's just like
everybody rocking Yeezys now
and everything else that he made.
Right.
So it's just about Trump's way of perseverance in which inspires Kanye. It's not everything else that everybody else makes it about. And on top of that, him not being able to come to a black college, it just doesn't make sense because anyway, black people in general, we're just so forgiving anyway. So shoot, why can't we forgive Kanye? We forgiving everybody else.
Right.
We forgiving the Charleston shooter. We're forgiving the shooter that just killed the other guy.
Right.
They had the brother
judge
and the
hugged
judge
him.
hug him. So we forgive them, but can't forgive Kanye. Then it's something wrong with our people. I swear. I promise.
Right.
I promise. And on top of that, him making a gospel album. I mean, he don't need to sway black people. So he doesn't. He really doesn't need to.
Right.
It's no need for it. So I just see it as one of his creative visions that he's trying to push out. So, and he's trying to step away from making secular music. So he says, so this is his way out for right now.
Right. That's true. I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like when it comes to the Republican Party anyway, if you're black, you're looked at as a sellout if you, I guess, support the Republicans. But to me, I've always wondered, like, about me growing up and just seeing things around me, like, it seems like black people only support Democrats. And if you don't, then you're a sellout. Or, like, why do we think that the Democrats are the savior of black people? You know what I'm saying? Where it's just government in general, creates the society that we live in. I don't know. I just feel like me as a person can only do what I can do to help my community. I'm going to still vote. I'm going to still vote in local elections. I'm going to still pay attention. But I don't know. I can't be mad at one of my brothers or sisters that if they vote Republican, I'm not going to judge them. It's just,
right. Like,
I don't get it.
We have enough separation as it is as a people. So just to place a political separation amongst us is just wild within itself. Like, if we all take the necessary time to vote locally and state and presidential, then we'll be all right. But, like, we have to take care of our own, because how I view it is, no matter Democratic president or Republican president, it's still going to be somebody over top of the president making the actual decisions. The president is just the scapegoat in which everything that makes it those decisions that you can't see that are from the top people.
Right.
So the president is just a scapegoat. Like, everything that runs the country for real is money in the banks, and they decide what goes on and how everything is ran, basically.
Right.
Like, the president is just the facade, the face.
Mm-hmm.
That's
just
how
like anything.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and yeah, man, I just don't. Yeah, political views can really make somebody be your enemy for no reason. Instead of instead of just bashing somebody from thinking differently than you, just try to hear them out on their views. And I don't know, man. Let's see what you can do as an individual. Like, just don't sit back and then complain about everybody else doing something. How about you just try to do something within your range or boundaries?
Right.
If everybody can do that, the world will be a better place to me. Because everybody can't be president. Everybody can't be in Congress. But I feel like everybody has a gift to change the world. So if you just believe in what you can do to help, then I don't know if everything else will get better as it is. But I feel like a lot of us complain about stuff but aren't really doing anything within our own community.
Right, like, we're just waiting for somebody to save us and help us and give us a handout instead of taking matters into our own hands and actually forming true unity to better ourselves, like a true form of unity. Because with every single situation, it's like it's always one side versus the other of what we should do. And I just feel like with a different group of people, they normally just stick to one plan and they shoot for that plan.
Right.
And we've just been unable to do that for some reason for so long, and I don't understand. Like, we were able to boycott the buses and other things as well in the past. Really, so why can't we do that now? Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of us are fighting for rights, but that's overall we just need to hear each other out and just try to do the best and be the best people we can be. So, but yeah, that's another. We can talk about that all day. Let's talk about some sports, man, which I don't really want to talk about. But
yeah, because your boys got done greasy.
My boys got done dirty by them 0-5 Jets before they beat us. So
the mother effing Jets.
The freaking 0-5 Jets, man. If y'all don't know by now, I'm a Cowboys fan. It's hard to be a Cowboys fan.
Very hard. What's going on?
I don't know, man. See, a lot of people want to blame Dak. Dak has not been playing as good as he's been playing the first three games, but he hasn't been playing bad to me overall. Like, even in those losses, I don't know. I feel like Dak as a quarterback, he does a lot to try to win for his team. He puts his heart on the line, job on the line, everything like that. So, um, like if you see him playing, he actually he takes a lot of hits. He actually stays in the pocket, and he doesn't get scared. Like he'll take hits before he throws the ball. Like if you really watch the Cowboys games,
Right.
like he'll run for a first down, he'll run for a touchdown, doing flips and getting hit in the pocket. Like he's a true warrior, man. But I mean, if you're not really a football fan, if you're just watching it casually, you're not gonna really understand the game. You know what I'm saying? But people saying like that is trash, or he shouldn't.
Yeah, right.
Of course, he ain't no Aaron Rodgers. He ain't no Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we can win with him. It's just it might be just the culture around the team that sometimes set him up for failure. The play calling at times. Zeke's not really playing as good as he should be playing.
Should be playing, yeah, for all that money
know,
they getting, right?
Right. And defense played good the first three games. They falling off. It's just so much talent on that team for us to. It's too much talent on that team for us to be losing like that. And I don't know. You got to look within the coaching staff, man. It's like, of course, the coach can only do so much, and the coach, he's not on the field. But at the same time, it's just something culturally it's not there
Right.
to get them to want to fight to the end. Because we always have like slow starts, and we always playing from behind. It's like, I don't know, man. I just feel like Jason Garrett needs to go. Like, not a bad guy. He's a nice guy from what I can see on TV, but he might be too nice of a guy. You playing a violent sport like football, you need to put some fire in their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude be just clapping, and then, like, the only game I see him real mad was that Packers game where he got a flag through against him. But it's like I never seen him really like turn up on the sideline like that. And he just don't bring that culture to the team. Like everybody that plays us now, it's like anybody can beat us now.
Mm-hmm.
By the Jets beating us, no team are scared to play us.
Yeah, y'all vulnerable now. I see.
Yeah, very vulnerable. Like it's like Cowboys. Because even when I played high school basketball, like you have those good teams. Like when I went to Heritage, so like when I played basketball, like the good teams were like Woodside and Bethel and Kickinton. So like as a player, you're not gonna really out loud say, "Damn, we gotta play this team." But internally, you might have a little bit of fear of like a better team. That's gonna be a tough game.
Yes, sir.
But ain't nobody gonna say that now. Cowboys, man, we should be good. Might have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good when you're trying to make a Super Bowl and try to win another ring. So there gotta be something culturally wrong with that. The culture around that organization is not there.
Who y'all play next?
We play the Eagles. We play y'all next.
Oh yes, sir.
Sunday night.
We got to bet on that game too.
Yeah, we should.
No, we have one already.
We do? Oh, yeah, because you finessed me on the Redskins.
I did not finesse. Why would I bet on a team that's not my team?
Man, I swear you was like...
I'm betting on my team.
When we was at the tailgate, you was like, are you trying to bet on this game?
Heck no, sir.
Like,
I knew better because we banged the Redskins up before y'all played them. So why would I bet on that knowing that we punished them? And we gave them multiple injuries. I mean, it don't make sense. I'm telling you, it didn't happen.
I don't remember that.
On this Sunday that's coming up, what, Sunday? We play Sunday?
This Sunday, 8:20, primetime, NBC.
We got to bet.
We at home, which I don't think it matters for us. I don't think we never had a home field advantage ever. I just feel like we just
play to play.
Like I don't think Cowboys Stadium is nowhere people are coming scared to play. Like if you go to Lambeau Field, that's like a legendary place to play. Like it could be cold, snowy. It's like, damn, we gotta go to Lambeau and win this game. Mm-hmm. People don't think of our stadium like that. People gonna think like this is a nice ass stadium. They they're just coming to enjoy the trip. Really, it's more of a like a nice hotel or something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know. Jerry Jones just does stuff for show. It's like anyway, but no, we got how much you trying to bet on the game? 10.
We can do 10, bro.
All right,
I'm a broke boy right now.
Yeah, but nah, we can do that, man. But overall, Chiefs, I don't know. There's a lot of teams better than us. You got the 49ers, surprisingly, they're 5-0. Patriots, think 6-0. Chiefs is on a 2-game losing streak, but it's still a pretty good team. Packers better than us. Yeah, it's a lot of better teams than us right now. But we're still tied in the division. So this next game is gonna be a real important game for both of us.
Yes, sir.
It might be one of the games that will come upon us later on.
It will be.
It might be the deciding factor of who wins the division later. Even though we play each other twice, but
we're gonna be in there regardless. Well, however we got to get in there, we're gonna get in there, just like last year.
I don't think both of us can make the playoffs though. It's gonna have to be one or the other. Like whoever wins that division wins that is going to the playoffs. But I don't think the other team will have enough wins to get a wild card spot. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see. But hopefully my Cowboys can get it together.
On top of that, somebody else got their first win as well. The Skins.
Oh yeah, them goddamn Deadskins.
Deadskins.
They're very happy, man.
Yeah, they played a really good team and won.
A really good team. Okay, barely won that jump, but
yeah, barely.
I don't know. It seems like when it comes to the Cowboys, it doesn't matter how your team is doing. As long as we lose, like your team can be 0-5, but my argument of your team not being good doesn't work because I'm a Cowboys fan. It's like that logic doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's the Cowboys. Y'all lost. It's like your team's 0-5. My argument should have shut your argument down. But people are still up to talk. Like that
y'all
makes
won't
that
playing
day.
good teams. Y'all won't playing good teams. That's the excuse. And I believe in it.
I mean, football is football. Like that's how we lost to the Jets. You can lose on any given Sunday. Like they're all professionals.
Fact.
And even though they weren't good teams. You got to look at it as they all made it to the league for a reason. So it's not like you're playing a JV team. Like they're all professional football players that got drafted for a reason, they're on that roster for a reason. So it's like, I don't know. People like to use that argument, but they don't mention the Patriots that haven't really played nobody either. But it's just because it's the Cowboys. It's like whatever argument you say against the Cowboys is supposed to be like a good argument, which a lot of them don't make sense at all. But hey, like I said, we're gonna see, man. Let's see what else about sports. NBA season's supposed to start soon. Matter of fact, when does the season start? Let me look that up right quick. I know the first game is the Lakers versus the Clippers.
Wow, that's a big game.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play them so we can just trash them and let Kawhi know, hey, you made a mistake. You made a big mistake.
Hey man, the Clippers are nice, bro.
Yeah,
they're not gonna have Paul George for the first 2 months though.
Yes, sir.
And but this gonna be the battle of LA all season. All season. Cause they still got the Clippers have they still got Patrick Beverley. They still got Lou Will. They got your boy what's that other boy name? He the center that played for them. But they're gonna be real talented, man. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how the NBA season plays out. The Warriors, they're not the same team, but they got D'Lo there, so they might be hanging around a lot of other good teams in the West. You got the Rockets with Harden and Westbrook. They might be a force to be working with too. So as for my I'm about to say Warriors. As for my Wizards though, I don't know. We might can get the 8th, 7th seed. We gonna see. But yeah, so the NBA season should be starting. I believe it's on. I want to say October the 22nd. I might be wrong, but it's gonna be the week after this week. So we're gonna see who gets that title. Like I said, I can't say I'm more of a basketball fan or a football fan. I just like sports in general, and football and basketball is like the sports I watch the most. So, like I said, a lot of excitement going on in sports right now. Let's move on to another topic, though. I know everybody been talking about 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine. I heard he got like a $10 million record deal for 2 albums.
he has a deal.
That's what I heard. That's what they've been saying.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, we're out of the, I guess we're out of the stop snitching generation.
Right.
Where I mean, and can we really call it snitching at the same time? Can we actually call it snitching? Like, if it was happening to you, and like these people are against you, and have no good intentions towards you, so why would you protect them? So is it really snitching, or is it really just doing what you got to do?
I think the thing with the whole no snitching policy is if you involve yourself in something like that, or just, I guess, crime in general, and if you know what you're about to get yourself into, if you analyze everything before you even get into it, like you just get into a situation, you analyzing everything. Like, we know they're a gang, you know they do illegal stuff, you know all that, but you're trying to get your music career to get up there real fast. So you know, by you joining them, by you recording music videos with these people with guns and just trying to build your street cred up, you knew all that before. So by you getting to that, those things happen. They might turn their back on you. It's kind of a weird situation. It's like you might get busted for drugs, or just any type of crime. It's like you knew that those are the risks of you doing that.
Right.
But at the same time, for me, all I can say is I won't let myself get in that situation anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he was just trying to boost himself up, and like they met back in 2017 at an album shoot, or they were shooting an album, not an album, but they were shooting a video.
Yeah,
and he met him back then. So he was basically paying them to jumpstart him.
Yeah,
and he was paying them to, like, I guess, build up the game basically for real. So.
It's just
Did the kidnapping, was that actually a real kidnapping, or was it for like publicity for real? Like,
I don't know, bro. I don't really know. I don't know. It's just crazy.
You never know for real. Like, anything with media, it's just a big blur. Like, it could be one thing, but the complete opposite, and you never know.
Right.
And then if you go against the general population's belief, then you'll be like a conspiracy theorist or something like that,
right?
Just for having a different opinion. So that's just how crazy the world is right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me that everything that we've been told in life is true.
It's the truth.
It's conspiracies are real. Maybe not every single one that's thrown out there, but everything that we've been told is not true.
Yeah, just because it hasn't been fully proven yet doesn't mean that it's outlandish and can't be possible.
Right.
I feel like so.
Yeah, but overall, man, I don't know. What do you think is gonna happen when he gets released? Like, it's gonna be.
I think
he's still gonna be on the Billboard.
He might go back to regular. He might be back regular. I don't know, because it's just such a weird situation that you just truly don't know the outcome until it comes into fruition.
Right.
So we'll see. we'll see when we get there.
We're gonna have to see.
We're gonna have to see.
And it's crazy because we all gonna be looking to see.
Yeah,
that's
right.
gonna make it even better for him.
Yeah, more publicity.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely want to know what the hell will happen to him, and we all gonna have eyes on him. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but.
So yeah, something I wanted to talk about. Did you hear about that shooting with the young woman? Yeah, in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, well, she was playing video games with her nephew.
Yeah,
right?
And then I guess the neighbor had saw that the door was open, so she called the 911 to check it out or whatever. So the officer came and he basically just shot her through a window.
Because we was talking about it at work today, and the only thing I've heard was, the only story I seen was she was playing video games with her nephew, and then the neighbor said something was suspicious or something was wrong. I don't know. And he called the police, and the only thing I know was it just shot through the window and killed her.
It's crazy. And her name, Antiana Jefferson, so I send out my condolences for her and her family.
Most definitely.
Because it's such a really sad, traumatizing situation for the nephew, definitely, and for the family.
Right.
And it just widens the trust. It thins out the trust that we actually do have for law enforcement. And it's people wonder why we do the Black Lives Matter, and they try to counter protest it with the Blue Lives Matter, but there's Black Lives and Blue Lives. So it's just like you're trying to just throw something at us instead of trying to help the actual situation that we have our feelings and thoughts poured into. So it's just wild. So it's like these occasions are just happening more and more and more. So it's like, I be thinking like, is it a deeper agenda in which someone is trying to have our people react in a way in which it will start
a war,
start something. I don't know. I don't want to speak on it and say it and bring it out, but it just seems like we keep having these instances over and over where our people are just getting murdered, and the people that do it, they just get off.
I don't get it, bro.
Like with the other girl, like she only got 10 years. Like 10 years is nothing. Like it's people in jail that done far less worse and have 10 years on them. So for her to have 10 years, she'll be able to get out. Oh, and not only that she has 10 years, she has the eligibility to have parole in 5 years. So
that's wild.
Like she'll be able to live her life again, but that other guy doesn't have that opportunity to.
Right.
And it's like with Christianity, I'm assuming like it's just deeply rooted in forgiveness. But me personally, I could never see myself forgiving anybody that just murders my family for no good reason at all.
Yeah, it's hard to forgive somebody for that. And just every story seems so weird of like everything that happens in those situations. Just is always a weird story. Like this story is like, why did they shoot through the window? If the person called the police for, I guess
just to check,
why did you shoot through the window?
Right. And what makes the story so crazy is they put in she had a gun in the home. Okay, it's her home. Of course she had. It's a chance that she'll have a gun in her home.
Right.
It's not like she had the gun in hand or he saw the gun. They just throw it in there. Oh yeah, she had a gun in there. Like
they always gotta throw something crazy.
Right. They always gotta throw something in there.
And I don't get why they get so scary over. I don't know. It's like if we have a gun, we're more threatening than you. Well, you have a gun too, but it's like they're being taught more to be threatened more than we are. I mean, than they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, it just all goes back to the beginning, like all the way back when they were making. They had a push to criminalize marijuana, and they put out like a short video of like black people and Mexicans getting high and going out and raping white women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just being pushed throughout the media, movies, and TV since we've been here. So it's only natural for people to react to how they act.
Right.
For real. And it don't make sense to me, but that's just how it is.
Man, I don't know what to say about that, bro. It's just so, and there's always a story every year. It's like a main story, or a main couple of stories that happen every year, and it's like the same thing happen every time. Like if they do get time, it's not a lot of time in comparison to another citizen, or they just don't get no time at all, and this keeps happening over and over, and every situation gets more crazy than the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, other stories they might say, oh, they was trying to resist and that's why they killed him. Like this one is like she was just chilling, and she still got like it's nothing you can do. It makes it sound like it's nothing you can do. Like you can do everything right, still get shot.
Still get shot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
and it's always a reason of why, or it's always a reason why.
Right.
Why they did it. It's always a justification behind it, regardless of the situation that I see. But yeah, sad situation, man. Oh man, Kanye West plays new album in DC and declares he's a Christian convert. I mean, man,
that's just a moment that
hurt.
Could not believe we missed that. Yo.
Yeah. Also, in regards to music, Wale got a new album. You heard it?
I haven't heard. Well, actually, chick was playing it in the car when we was going to DC.
Okay.
Heard a couple of songs. It sounded pretty good. I need to go. Actually, need to go listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go listen to it. Have you heard it?
I haven't heard it yet. Do I plan on listening to it? Nah.
You're not really a Wale fan like that?
I used to be, like, in his earlier works. I felt like he was up and coming, and then at a certain point he hit like a peak in which he couldn't break. And once he peaked, he just dropped, and other artists started coming in and just taking over the game from him. So it's just like, within myself, he's an okay artist, but he was a letdown for real.
So I wonder if it is kind of like comparison to the NBA, as far as you had like LeBron and Wade, Carmelo, right? Let me see if this comparison is going to work. But it's like, Wade, LeBron is Drake. All right, follow me. Wade is. I'm trying to think of people that came up around the same time. Like Drake been out since, I guess, mainstream since 2009. Kendrick been around probably a little bit after him as far as getting mainstream.
Like 2010, 2011.
Right?
Yeah.
Cole.
Same.
That same general time, right? Wale was in that same.
Wale was kind of before them, for real.
You might be right, because the first song I heard about Wale was Nike Boots. My opinion, that was shit. I might have still been in high school for real. But that 08, 09. But I'm trying to use that example as all of them kind of coming up together, kind of the same way.
Yeah,
And it's like certain players win rings, and you might have been a good player in your career, but you never won a ring, type thing. Like Drake, Kendrick, Cole, all kind of got to that certain level of mainstream success and just overall success. And Wale never reached that point.
Right.
Might have been a good artist.
Mm-hmm.
Had some good albums.
Right.
Had a couple of hits on the radio, but probably never. I don't think he ever had a top 10 hit. Has he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But yeah, just he never reached that greatness of his other peers.
Yeah, and that's just my only beef with Wale. Like,
but why though? Why do you think?
Why do I think that's the case?
For him, yeah.
For him peaking,
it's just his music.
I guess he's just not putting in the actual. He's not putting in the actual time for what it takes to make something great. Like he'll give it that mid tier push, just so it'll be satisfying to his core fans and his general audience. But he's not. And another thing is, with a lot of rappers' success, with each and every album is something different, and with a lot of his stuff, kind of the same. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of repetitive. So,
and it's like, what was I about to say? And like I said, the people that I'm comparing him to, that I guess are his peers coming up in the rap game, they're not. Because you might say like somebody is hot is because of the beats, mm-hmm. or they don't have talent. It's just the way it sounds that people, but these people I'm comparing him to, lyrical rappers, they talk about what they're gonna talk about. Conscious rap, and maybe Drake might be the more, as far as the artists that talk about different things, as far as the poppy stuff.
He'll talk about the money and the success, and he'll throw in some conscious bars here and there and stuff like that.
But it's like you can't really say it's because of what they talk about. They all
talk about the same general concepts. Yeah.
And you are on that same level too. So what were you doing, or why is your music not on their level? I guess as far as maybe the mainstream success type thing, because people accept them for what they talk about.
Right, and like not to try to judge Wale, like, but from what I've seen, like in his interviews and stuff, like he's a little arrogant for real. So it's like he makes it seem like he's supposed to be hotter than what he is and stuff like that. I think it was like a tweet where he was saying that he was the best rapper at one time or something like that. Which you supposed to have that?
You're supposed to be.
You supposed to say you are the best rapper. You right about that, but it's just like, is he really putting into the time it takes to be considered the greatest rapper. Like if you make that statement, then you got to put the time in as well. And I just feel like he's not doing that, and that's why his music suffers. Because like with Kanye, he was like really great at rapping at one point in time, but you could start to see that his album started to like dwindle down, and you could tell because he was putting the least amount of time into it. You know, I believe My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy he put the most time into. But after that, that's when he started dabbling into the fashion and the clothes and the other, and then he started a family and stuff like that. So that takes away the time that you can actually put into your work, and your work suffers.
Yeah, and that's anything. Like
that's with anything.
The comparison to the athlete thing, you know, you're gonna be maybe real good at one point, unless you're LeBron James. Like this nigga is just continue to be great,
and
even in the bad season.
Yeah, getting greater. So.
But overall, like athletes, they dwindle down eventually.
Right.
You know, but and then in comparison to other artists too, like even Jay-Z, he's still putting out albums that are doing great.
Yeah.
But
he will always have like a number one album. Like he'll always have a platinum album. Anything he drops from now till whenever he stops, is always gonna be platinum. Every single album.
And there's this artist that's gonna always be like that. Even I think Drake is gonna be another one.
Yeah, Drake albums are always gonna go platinum. Cole albums will always go platinum. Kendrick album, Ye album. That's all for who I know for right now that are gonna go platinum guaranteed every single time. Not no gold, platinum.
Right.
Every single time.
And I think we're witnessing Jay-Z as, I mean, some always thought like when Jay-Z was younger, what would happen to his career once he gets older, but like will he still be considered a cool person to listen to?
Yeah.
But people still listen to him.
Yeah.
He might not be like mainstream as far as maybe the type of music that's out there now.
Yeah.
But he's an artist that can still put out an album. Like in comparison to just singing, like back in the day when it wasn't no hip hop, and those artists back then growing up, like a Michael Jackson, that he will always put out an album, no matter how old he is, he can still put out an album. Even before he died, he was about to put out an album. He was 50 years old, and that album would have been, I mean, I guess it still came out, or they created an album of unreleased music or whatever. But if he was still alive when that album came out, it still would have done good.
Right.
And I think Jay-Z, as far as rapping, to me, I thought maybe, you know, because some artists do dwindle down. They fall off the map completely. And they might have had a time, that short amount of time or long part of time. But Jay-Z's one of those artists that can just continue to make albums. People will still buy them. He won't really fall off the map. And I think it's because of the stuff that he's doing outside of music too. That people will always want to check out his music because of what he's doing outside of that.
I think it's just a whole bunch of loyal ass Jay-Z fans. Like I went to his concert in DC, and it had everybody. It had the young people, it had the old heads, and the old heads was deep. So it's just like his fan base is just very, 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 very loyal. So it's just Jay-Z can never do no wrong from what it seemed like.
Right.
He cannot do any wrong. And it's just gonna continue to be that way.
And that's how I think Drake is. Even with him getting killed by Pusha T,
Drake cannot do no wrong.
Drake will always be able to get out of a situation.
Drake can get dissed by Kendrick, not respond, get bodied by Pusha T, and go on an interview and cry about it, and still be that nigga. It's crazy. Drake can do no wrong.
He just might be untouchable, man.
I remember, it's just I don't see how everybody else visualized it, but I just visualized that interview of him just being like a little girl. Like you get in the jump with whoever he was with and Braun.
Some of LeBron in the shop.
He was.
Maverick Carter in there.
Yeah, he was with Braun discussing everything, talking about some What do you mean there's no rules in rap? Of course there's rules in rap. No, there's no rules in rap. Like anything goes. Like if you mention the man's fiance, then don't be surprised when he mention your homeboy. Like it's crazy. I
feel like a wife, somebody's wife, bro. Even just in general.
Even if it was subtle, you still mention her.
Right.
So whatever you had coming to you, you had coming to you.
Right.
So don't cry, don't get upset, and then get everybody upset about that Pusha T.
You can't think he won't gonna go hard like that on that jump when you mention his wife, bro. Like,
Right.
even if somebody would just talk about your wife in public, you gonna stand up for your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're
Of
not gonna
course.
disrespect your wife like that. Even if, like I said, it was just subtle. It wasn't like a direct diss. He just mentioned her name, but at the same time, it's like, that's the rap game, bro.
There's
That's
no
the rap
rules
game.
in rap. Let's be reminded of that.
Right.
There's no rules.
But overall, Drake, like I said, he's a great artist, but it's just, just that situation, didn't agree with that, the way he reacted to that. But back to what we was talking about, like I said, Drake is another one of those that would be around for a long time.
Yeah, facts.
I would say Kendrick. And I think Kendrick is just on his
Hiatus.
yeah, and some artists are like that. But the Joe Budden podcast was talking about that. They were saying like Drake can just go on his hiatus for a minute, come back, still do crazy numbers. Because that's just who he is. People are gonna be always looking for Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Even Cole, like, even with the no features, like, I'm hoping this next album will have some features. But if it don't, it's still gonna do well. And I think he said he's doing no more features. I don't know if it was
So he's not being on anybody else's tracks, or people are not going to be on his tracks by no features.
I took that as
he's not going to be on anybody else's
tracks.
Oh, okay.
But it could just mean nobody for himself or anybody else's. Who knows, man? J. Cole's one of those weird people too.
Yeah, I mean Lupe did that. Like Lupe, he stopped doing features and being on people's stuff.
And I think he did that so we can shut the hell up.
Yeah, I mean
about features like. He probably did all those songs to be like, all right, let me hop on the trap music genre for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
he did go a good span of putting out stuff on different people's stuff. So that was cool.
He did some conscious rap. I know he was on a Rap City song.
Okay, right.
You heard that gang was it Gangstar?
I heard it. Yeah,
that was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was.
So he did that. He did some considered conscious rap features. So. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a new Cole. Because it's almost the end of 2019. The last album came out in 2018, so should be something coming out 2020. Even Kendrick should be a 2020. The last Kendrick album was 2017. It's almost 3 years.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, we gonna see. I said another question I did have. I posted this on my IG story over the past weekend. It's probably a overall question that everybody might have the same answer to, but it's the only reason I asked it because it seems like the generation is changing and the way people think are changing. As far as I was like, who should be considered the head of the household, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of females are saying the man should be considered the head of the household. But the only reason I asked that is because, like I said, viewpoints are changing these days. And it seems like, you have the women's empowerment movement.
That's true.
And like I said, not trying to bash women at all. I just want to see, are people thinking differently? Because me growing up, I was raised to, the man should be the head of the household. The man should be the one that take care of the house, take care of the bills, go to work, provide for his wife and his kids. Overall, just be that person that he's out there in the battlefield and his family's behind him. He's just taking all the bullets and everything.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how I feel like too. Like I feel like that's just gonna be the general norm in which the man will always be the head of the household. Like I understand the perspective of the women's empowerment, but most strong women, they're strong until they find someone that can protect them, and then that's when they back away, but they're in action when they need to be in action. Right. But as far as everything else, the women would definitely 9 times out of 10 will want the man the head of the household. There's some women out here that's like controlling the man and belittling the man.
Right, I've seen examples of that.
You've seen that, but yeah, that shouldn't how it be. That's not how it should be.
Right.
So, and it's not the woman's fault.
Yeah, right.
It's not the woman's fault. It's the man's fault.
Yeah, the man gotta stand
gotta step up. Yeah,
right.
Gotta set the tone. Gotta take charge. So
and like a lot of women answers were like they said yeah. What else? Like I think I took some pictures of. I screenshotted some of my thing, but majority, almost all the women said yeah. And I think I answered one of the questions, and I was like, well, what is a man's duties in the household? And is a man expected to pay all the bills or just take care of majority of the bills? Like, what does that mean being the head of the household in regards to financial support, spousal support, kid support? Just what does that really mean to you?
To me, I don't know because it's just like for me, for the man to be head of the household, he just sets all the rules and how the house is going to be ran. I mean, of course, more of the financial responsibility is going to be placed on him, but I don't believe that it should be fully placed on a man. And I say that because it's instances in which the man could be doing everything right, taking care of the kids and the bills and XYZ, and the wife is just out here. It's a chance that she's doing whatever she want to do, and you never know until it's too late, until you lost everything, and she stacked her bread up from her job or whatever, and she bounced. And people say, "Oh, well, that's because you don't know who you marry, right?"
Right.
And I say that people change over time. People can change. You just never know.
Like you never gonna really see that person,
know. Right? And
no matter how long you date them.
And you can never control anyone. Anybody's never can be fully controlled.
Right.
Yeah, in which I'm saying, like, you can't make people do what you want them to do 100% of the time.
Exactly.
So that's just my stance on it. So as far as like the bills and stuff like that, like I might be paying more, but I'm not paying all.
And I feel that way too. Like if a woman is working, she should be contributing to the house.
Right. So
and I mean, if y'all make an agreement that she's want to be a stay-at-home mom or whatever, that's just a decision you have to make. But
yeah, right. But me paying out everything, and I'm broke, and I'm just at home, and you out and about with your own money and my money, doing whatever you want to do. That just doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking from some other mentality. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, toxic masculinity is a thing now.
Toxic
masculinity.
Over masculinity.
Like just, I guess I might not understand completely, but the way I look at it is, they're saying like a man's ways. I guess the things that are taught about being a man is toxic. Can be toxic at times.
Yeah.
Like the way a man should act, the way a man should think, the way a man should be. Like some of those traits can be toxic. And then you, I guess pushing, you being a man, using that to
justify
things.
Okay, I get that. Right. I understand that notion.
But I don't know, it seems like it'd be a touchy subject because if you're a man and you might speak about a situation, it might look at you or you as a man thinking you're right because you're a man, I guess.
Right. It's tricky. it's tricky.
I need to look it up more. I might be explaining it wrong or whatever, but that's kind of what I got from it. But overall, the question, about is who's the head of the household? Like, what would happen if your spouse makes more than you? So, like, does that mess up your psyche as a man? Would it be like
hell effing no? Like, I'd be proud that my spouse is making more than me. I mean, it'll just push me to make the most. I may try to match her or try to make more to her, not out of like jealousy or envy or anything like that, but just
to push,
just to push myself. And if I can't get there, then that's cool too. I'm not gonna be upset about it or nothing like that. It's just is what it is. Like, she just makes more. She put more into her craft, in which makes more. Like, maybe I'm inspired to be like a painter or something like that. Right. Like, it just doesn't pay, but that's my inspiration. And if she's with me and she loves me for me, then I believe that shouldn't be an issue. But for some men, like, they hate the fact that their spouse makes more than them, and that's stupid.
So that right there, toxic masculinity.
That's toxic masculinity right there. Now that's toxic right there.
Because you're the man, you feel like you should be making more than a woman because you're a man.
Right.
That's toxic?
That's toxic right
okay,
there.
I can agree with that.
Yes, sir. All day long.
But as far as, all right, so that's cool. as long as you don't use that against someone, right? Because let's say you get in an argument, right, and then you like your opinion don't count. I pay all the mother freaking bills in the house, or you know how some people might say that,
Yeah,
or have
right.
said that before.
Yeah.
It's just once you say that, that's just definitely would make you feel like shit. If whoever is the one that's making the less money
That's
or
true.
whatever.
No, that's true. But see, then that's just if she's paying all the bills and I'm not helping at all. Then she deserves to say that, even though
Right.
it's not right. But if I'm helping out and I'm contributing my part, even though it's a smaller amount, and she still says that, then she just said it to be hurtful, and that's in a way within itself.
Right.
So
Yeah, man. I guess a man should always be looked at as someone that's gonna be a protector and the leader of the household. But like I said, you do have you know the gay people out there that's same sex marriages. So it's like I don't know. I guess you don't really think of that when you're you know female man or man married. I don't know how that goes.
I don't even know how it works.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know how it works. I mean, I respect it. I respect everybody's opinion of who they want to be and who they
But
want to be
I guess
with.
that's the way to think about it. Like
But,
overall,
yeah.
no matter who you're married to, maybe I guess as a man and married to a woman, people. All the women I've been asking, they're saying the man.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? But I think overall, you shouldn't belittle the other person,
Right.
no matter how they contribute to the house.
That's true.
I think that's the point I'm just trying to get across.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as you just respect each other and what y'all do, and as long as both of y'all are contributing to the household and making each other better, that's what matters overall at the end. So
Facts.
but yeah, that was just a quick topic, man. I've been asking my followers, man. So appreciate everybody that's been that answered that question. I'm gonna try to do that more often. Any questions I might want to ask in the next episode, I might start posting that on my IG story. And if you don't follow me already, you can follow me at the Carmichael Show _ on Instagram. Let's look out for questions, man, and I'll be looking for y'all to be engaged and answer certain questions like that. So yeah, man. Let's see. We got some for the Capture the World brand. We got some events coming up. So the next event it's called the Breathe Easy Fashion Show, Rip the Runway. It's gonna be November 2nd at the Slover Library, from 6 to 9, I believe. And the tickets are $30, but within that $30 is going to a good cause. The Breathe Easy Fashion Show. It was started by a woman named Quetta Brown Fletcher. Her husband, I believe, he needed I think a lung transplant, something like that. And I can't remember like exactly how he got sick, but he needed a lung transplant. And obviously, if he didn't get the lung transplant, he probably would have been here today. And she started this nonprofit in trying to spread the word on being an organ donor.
Mm-hmm.
So this fashion show, she's just trying to create something to kind of spread the awareness of being an organ donor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm involved in that show. I'm one of the designers on the show. So y'all want to come out, you can get the tickets at it's the Eventbrite link on her website. It's Breathe Easy. You spell that BreatheEZ.live LIVE. So if you go on that website, you can hover over the flyer link, and I think if you click on the flyer itself, it should take you to Eventbrite, and you can purchase tickets up there. And like I said, it's on November the 2nd from 6 to 9 at the Slover Library in Norfolk. That's a real nice facility. I've been in a fashion show before there, just a overall nice venue. So just be on the lookout for that. If you want to support, like I said, it's all going to a good cause, going to a nonprofit, help to spread the word about organ donor research, and just, you can save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs transplants. I actually have an uncle that needed, I'm not sure if he already got the transplant, but he needed a kidney.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been on dialysis for a while. So it's just, you never know who you can be saving if you decide to do it. And even if you don't, you're not a bad person anyway. It's just try to spare awareness and just trying to get you to think differently. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But overall, that's the show that we're gonna be part of. We have a thing called the Mind Your Business pop-up shop. Once again, you know about this code.
Oh, words.
Yeah, they're gonna be in Norfolk, November 3rd. I think that's right after your homecoming's over with.
Liddy.
So that's on a Sunday. It's gonna be at the Norfolk State Innovation Center on November 3rd from 12 to 4 p.m.
That's what's up.
So you don't need a ticket for that. You can just pull up.
Pop up.
It's a pop-up shop, so just pop up.
Just pop up.
We're gonna pop up, capture the word. We're gonna have some new stuff. You know, we got the hoodies, the fall, winter apparel is out there. You know, it's getting colder outside, so we're gonna look out for y'all on that. And the last event for November so far is called the Stiletto Stomp Fashion Show on November the 16th at the same facility, the Slover Library, and I believe I forgot what time that starts. And they don't have the link, I believe, yet for tickets, but once I find out on the next episode of the podcast, I'll give y'all almost some more info on that. But it's another woman, and I believe she has a nonprofit too, and she is doing a show in support for her cause. So if you want to come out to that. And so yeah, be on the lookout for that, man. And I think that's it, man. That's all I got right now.
Hey, that's it for me.
Hey, well, shout out to all our Spotify listeners.
YouTube.
YouTube, Apple Music listeners, Apple Podcast listeners. This is episode 11. You got plenty more to come. This is our first recorded episode, so you get used to seeing our faces. You know, so like I said, man, it's a wrap. This is Dave Carmichael with the Captain World Podcast.
We out. Peace.
Look what I got. 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 Look at the time I spent trying to keep take on steps on score, swapping these hoes. I came with the die, but the pussy was born. Back to the slayer, real hurt and count too much money that I had dead. Keep it in the lab, storing the clay. Fuck the Uber, all the kale, yellow sway. All the wins I got, I throw them in bag. Dig a whole beer deep in the grind, water it once in a while. But you grow in the cage, all you got is L's off in your stage. Picture perfect with it, right for the flag. Getting to the money marathon, running high, hurt, jumping 100 your days. Look at the time it took to get to the top. Look at the run I had just to get to the spot. Look at the form I had just to hit me a shot. Look at the grind I had just to get me a lot. Look what I got. 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 Look what I got.